Today's video is a very special video. It's a tribute to my grandfather. His name was Sadiq, but I always called him Daddy. I thought I called him Daddy because I heard my mum call him Daddy, but actually the majority of people around him called him Daddy, and that was simply because of his loving nature. But of course he also had this lovely old school godfather-like charm. I remember a funny story. He always used to wear a big gold cross around his neck, and he wore a white collar because he was a priest. And he always used to have this big black stoned ring that he used to wear. And one day we went to an Italian restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant actually came out and kissed his ring. My grandfather passed away on the 15th of December 2017. The news of his passing came as a big shock to me. That's partly because I had spoken to him over the phone that very morning and he was well. It was like any other conversation we'd usually have. We prayed together and we ended the call by telling each other how much we loved one another. I guess the main question is, why am I telling you this? Well, there's a good reason for that. And that's that I was very encouraged by his life. And I wanted to encourage you too. My grandfather came from a very humble background. He was the first person to be educated in his family, and he was the first graduate too. The interesting thing, however, is that he never actually went to college. He finished school and then went on to become an evangelist. He got married at the age of 19 and then went on to seminary and then full-time ministry. He got married in 1956 and then sat privately for a high school certificate exam in 1970. In 1973, he decided to pursue an undergraduate degree, and in 1974, he got it. After a few years, he decided to pursue education in this field further and got a master's degree in comparative religions. And if that wasn't enough, he then went on to do another master's degree in divinity. Now, the point isn't to tell you guys how many degrees he had, but rather that I always encourage you never to give up. So I wanted to use this real life example to reiterate the fact that you should never give up. There really isn't any limit, life circumstance or age to doing what you really want to do in life. And the important thing is not to quit and not to get discouraged, because as long as you do that, as long as you keep your dreams alive, they are achievable. Now, with this passion for education, understanding and growth, he had actually decided in his heart before pursuing his own education again that he was going to put his little brothers, his younger brothers and sisters through school too, because he wanted them to have a decent chance at a good future, a secure future. So he actually brought them to his own house and raised them with his own children and put them through school, and they went on to have professional qualifications. And guys, I'm not talking about one or two brothers or sisters here. There were 5 of them, and even a cousin. Can you imagine that? Now, I wouldn't do this video justice without giving a tribute to my grandma here, because you need a good life partner to help you accomplish all those things and to happily put up with those things too. And she was always there supporting him, supporting the family and standing alongside shoulder to shoulder. Now, the story doesn't end here. Not only did he go on to educate his own brothers and sisters, but eventually other family members too. And not just other family members, but with time, friends, and then even total strangers. Because you see, when you have a passion in life, you keep going, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. Now, I want to encourage you guys not only to keep your own dreams alive and achieve them, but help others achieve their dreams too. And if someone doesn't have a dream, help them find one and then help them achieve it. I can guarantee you that it will bring you the happiness that money or possessions or self-focused accolades simply can't bring. The night we heard the news of my grandfather's passing away was just 10 days before Christmas. We'd already put up all the decorations, bought presents, and arranged menus for the season. And as you may remember, even prepared and posted up a Christmas video. We could never have imagined receiving that kind of news at that time. In fact, in my Christmas video, I spoke about those who lose loved ones at Christmas time, and I could have never have imagined being one of them that year. After a few minutes of processing the news, we decided to come together and give thanks to God for his life. Now again, why am I telling you this? Well, that's because in moments like that, it's not easy to give thanks or choose to be grateful or give praise to God. And it definitely wasn't easy for us. But it's exactly in times like that we can do that despite how we feel. In that moment, we decided to focus our attention heavenwards rather than on earth. Friends, I want to encourage you to give thanks in every situation. Whether bereavement or problems or difficulties or failures, in every circumstance, we can choose to be grateful if we want to. And you can find something to be grateful for, even then. And it always, and I mean always, helps. And in my experience, when you do that, peace, and not soon after, joy, is found. 2 Corinthians 7:10 says that earthly sorrow produces death, but godly sorrow leads to repentance. So choose to be grateful. Try it, and you will eventually find something to be grateful for. So what's the moral of this story? Well, never give up. Help and encourage others, and always be grateful. Thanks for watching, and give this video a big thumbs up if you believe in the moral of this real life story.